Hey, good morning everyone. I haven't really done a video in a while. I've been kind of busy, but I wanted to do a quick video on some mistakes that a lot of people make when they're working out. The reason I wanted to do this video is because there's a lot of people out there who they want to work out, they want to get fit, and they want to do all these things. But there's a lot of misinformation out there, and it just stinks because people who you hear a lot of things and you don't know what the right or wrong way to work out is, and whether you have a trainer or not. Sometimes it's just challenging because even some trainers are not as educated as they should be, or some people just don't keep up to date because what might have been true 10 years ago is no longer found to be true. So this video, I wrote down my stuff here, sorry. This video, I want to figure out how to put it in. So I could see it. There we go. Okay, this video is gonna be about 10 rookie mistakes, or 10 mistakes. It's 10 mistakes that people make. Oh my gosh, it's hot in here. 10 mistakes that people make when you're working out. Like 10 mistakes you make that you're harming yourself. You might as well just not be doing it, and you think it's healthy, but it's not. So here are 10 mistakes. Here are 10 mistakes that people often make when working out. Number 1, they do too much cardio. Now, this is becoming a fad now to only do weights and not do cardio. So it's kind of being flip-flopped. So maybe you're doing too much weights and not any cardio at all. So before, people would only run on the treadmill, do the elliptical and things like that, but they would never touch a weight. And that's wrong, but it's also wrong to do too little cardio. If you do, only you really know what's right for you. But for me, every other day, I do cardio one day, strength the other day. So every other day, I flip-flop my workout because I do a lot of cardio, I do a lot of strength. You want to always work your heart because that helps your brain, but you want to work your muscles too. Both are beneficial. So I do about 30 minutes of cardio. You could go between 30 to an hour of cardio, and I do between 30 to an hour of strength training. It just depends on what I'm doing that day, and every 6 weeks I switch it up anyways. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is people eat too little calories. You're on a low-calorie diet. You're not fueling yourself properly. So people will cut out all these things. Instead of focusing on your calories, I think it's better to focus on good foods and not having extra empty calories. Like soda pop or candy is not going to fill you up anyways, but it's going to be 200, 300, 400 extra calories. So instead of worrying about feeling like being on a calorie deficit, like if you're drinking pop and you're still having low calories, that pop ain't gonna fill you up anyways. So eat fulfilling foods and really do mindful eating. Make sure you feel not super full, but you don't feel hungry. You don't want to feel hungry, because when your body feels hungry and you try drinking and everything like that, you might be tearing away. Your body might be getting energy from your muscle, and you don't want that to happen. So you don't want to feel hungry. You don't want to eat too little calories, okay? Number 3, and this is like super, super important, and I often go against this just because it's how life is. Not sleeping. Some people, they're doing everything right. They're eating right. They're exercising right. All these things, but you're not sleeping. And if you're not sleeping, some of the workout you're doing you might as well not do it. So sometimes, I'm not saying don't push yourself. You need to push yourself. But sometimes it is more beneficial to sleep in than to wake up and do that workout. But it just kind of depends. But if you're always not sleeping, you need to find a way to rest, because not sleeping changes the chemicals in your body, and you're not going to get a good workout. And the chemicals that change in your body sometimes release the stress hormone that makes it really challenging for you to lose weight. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4 is eating these healthy energy drinks and healthy bars and all that stuff. So a lot of these sports drinks with electrolytes and all this stuff, and a lot of these protein bars or whatever, are, maybe they have healthy things in them, but mostly they're sugar. A lot of them are sugar. So make sure you look at the label. It's some of these protein bars, it says 1,000,000 grams of sugar. No, it says like 33 grams of sugar. Or these sports drinks, it's a lot of sugar. Remember, you don't want to be eating empty calories. It's better to eat whole foods or just eat different protein sources if these protein bars and these sports drinks are just giving you sugar. So just because a food claims to be healthy, there's certain labels on food that they sell to you to try to buy it because you think you're being healthy, but it's actually lying to you, okay? So you want to make sure you check that out and make sure it's, you just want to make sure it's good for you. So that's number 4. Number 5, okay, I said you don't want to do a low-calorie thing, right? Number 5, a lot of mistakes that people make is eating more when they're working out. So you might be kind of getting the point. Everything is about balance. But when people work out, a lot of times they're like, oh, I just worked out, so I deserve that donut, or now I can eat that big burger. There's all these things like, I want this big ice cream sundae. No, you don't just get to eat more just because you're working out, right? Of course you can treat yourself, but don't go crazy. Like, I did this, so I'm gonna treat myself, I'm gonna get this. No, you don't want to do that, and that's not the right way to go about it, okay? So, and that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number 6, a lot of these have to do with eating. So number 6 is the mistake that people make, is working out on an empty stomach. So a lot of people do this thing, it's called fasted cardio, or they wake up in the morning, they go to the gym without eating anything. I've trained people who've done this, and it was very difficult because they would get drained, they would have no energy in the workout, and they would just like crash real hard. You want to eat a little bit of something before you work out, maybe 30 or to an hour or something before you work out. But you know your body, you know what you can or can't eat before you work out. The reason is, if you're not eating anything, your body is going to get its fuel from your muscle when you work out. So, and you're just going to crash, and you're not going to be able to put as much output in the workout. So what's the point of working out fasted if you can't work out as hard? That doesn't really make any sense. So fuel your body properly so you can actually get that good workout you're looking for. Okay, so working out on an empty stomach isn't going to really be helpful. Okay, another thing some people do, I don't think this is a common misconception anymore, but 1, 2, 5, 6. So number 7, the 7th thing that people do is they sweat it out, right? They'll put a big sweatsuit on, they'll do hot yoga, which, okay, whatever. And I do it, but I don't enjoy the hotness, and I don't think that sweating is making me lose weight, right? Or they go to a sauna after they work out, right? And they think that sweating it out is losing weight. Well, yeah, you're losing weight. You're losing water weight because you're dehydrating yourself. But are you losing like proper weight? No, you can lose, depending how much you are in general. Your body can hold a lot of water, and you need it to be energized, revitalized, all this stuff. So how is making your body not have any water losing actual weight? Everyone's talking about losing fat and all this stuff. you're just losing water. You drink a gallon of water, you gain it right back. That's not going to do anything for you. You want to make sure you have enough water in your body so you can perform. Sweating it out isn't going to help you, just putting extra stuff on to make you sweat, unless you're a boxer or a fighter trying to make a weight cut. It's not healthy. Or if you're a bodybuilder trying to make your muscles look more defined, you can do that, but it's not healthy, and it's not making your muscles any bigger, or it doesn't make you any thinner. It's just like a freaking grape that becomes a raisin. It's just smaller because it's dehydrated, right? Okay, so sweating it out, not really the right thing to do either. So, number 8, judging your progress by the scale. And this is a big one that most people do a lot, and it's kind of coming around where people aren't doing it so much, but still, the scale is a factor in our mood a lot of times. The scale just determines how fit we are, which is silly, okay? So what I always do for my clients is I have them take a picture of themselves when they first start off. I do measurements of certain areas, the chest, waist, hips, thighs, arms, and stuff like that. And because you won't always see your progress because you see yourself every day, right? So I have you take a full body picture in kind of form-fitting clothes. It's just something you keep for yourself. And maybe a couple months later, you take another picture and you see, wow, my body really did change, or whatever. Or you take measurements, because sometimes when you build muscle on your body, you start weighing more, but you take measurements and you realize that you lost some inches in your body. Another thing I do is I do performance. I have you take a physical test of certain physical activities that have to do with cardio, strengthen your arms, legs, things like that, and you see a month or 2 down the road, wow, my cardio really progressed, wow, my strength really progressed. So using the scale isn't like the best way to judge how much your physical performance has changed, or anything for that matter. So scale, not the best judgment of factor. I mean, of course, if you're putting on like between like 10 to 15 pounds, okay, whatever, I wouldn't judge by the scale. Of course, if you gain like 50 to 100 pounds, yeah, you might want to be like, wow, the scale says I gained 50 to 100 pounds. Well, maybe that's a big factor in your health, but like the 10, 15, 20 pound range, you don't know. Your body could be changing muscularly. Crazy story is when I was training a lot of my clients, and it's like was the time, and still kind of the time, where everyone wants to get a big booty, right? Big butt. And so doing a lot of leg workouts, stuff like that. A lot of my clients actually put on 8 pounds because we were working on the legs, and that's a big muscle group. So they were building so much muscle that they put on so much weight, and I was like, oh my gosh, don't look at the scale, because that's why I did measurements too, because like their measurements were getting smaller, but they just put weight on with the booty, okay? So you gotta remember stuff like that. Another mistake that people make, number 9, is they don't cool down. You'll do your workout, whether it's cardio or strength, like you run and then you just stop and go and sit in the car. You're not letting the lactic acid get out of your body. You're gonna be more injury prone if you don't like walk it out and do stuff like that. Or if you're doing strength training, you have to cool down too, do little stretches and things like that, because you don't want to ever just work out and stop, okay? The number 10 thing that people do, and this will be a common mistake that a lot of trainers, athletes, and people who just are all gung-ho about working out, you don't rest. You do daily workouts. Okay, people do daily workouts and they're like, why am I not improving? Why is this getting worse? Or why am I not progressing? You're doing workouts every day. You're not giving your body time to rest. You're not giving your body time to heal. So you just keep like poking at your body every day, of course it's not going to get better. Your muscles need time to rest in order to grow. And you, like in the beginning, you'll need more rest, and once you get more advanced, you won't. But sometimes when you advance and you keep working out, you don't realize that you actually need that little bit of rest. So you got to make sure that you do that rest, because it's going to help your muscles to grow. Okay, so hopefully this video was informational, because I feel like I went over a lot of the common mistakes that people are sold through, like magazines, even personal trainers are sold, or just maybe ideas that people thought in the past were effective, but they're not. So if you have any other questions for me about how to help yourself work out the proper way, or mistakes you could be making, let me know in the comments or private message me. And hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helped. Thank you for watching. Bye.